Greetings and welcome to In Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. The iconic UWI Fete, hosted by the UWI Development and Endowment Fund, or UWIDEF, is known for being a fete with a cause. It is happening this year, and the Director, Division of Student Services and Development, Dr. Deirdre Charles, she joins us to tell us more. Welcome, Dr. Charles. How do you feel about being able to host an event like this year?
Hello, DK. Listen, very excited because we've lost 2 years where we were unable to put on an event that help us support our students. And as you know, our students need the support, especially in this climate. So I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely passionate about being able to have the opportunity to put on this event that we call Fete Champêtre.
And UWI is known for events, even without mentioning President Richards. But what is some of the work that went into saying we are going to have it? These are the factors that we need to consider to get it done. Okay,
well, first of all, the first and most important factor is to help our students. You know, a lot of the students need the support, and because we did not have any events over the last 2 years, our fund base, of course, has not increased, and we have an increasing number of students who need support. So that was our driving force. We needed to do something this year. We couldn't wait until next year to do UWI Fete 2023. So we thought about it and decided to have something in the summer to help us start building our resource base so we could help the students. So the thought started, the energy behind all our members of the board started, and so the idea came up, and we decided to come out in the summer to put on this garden party to start building our resource base, because come September, we will really have to help out a number of our students to pursue their dream and to help develop the nation by extension. So this is all it took, you know, the purpose, the need of our students. We saw what the pandemic did during the last 2 years, and we know it's just going to get worse. So this was the driving force. We decided we couldn't only wait for our Fete next year, so we launched this new event to assist with the development and to build up some new funds.
Now, in terms of calling it Fete with a cause, you've told us who benefits from the Fete, and also the fact that the resources or the resource base would not have increased that much. But what kind of feedback would you have been getting from the students prior, in terms of like during the pandemic? What would they have been telling you, or were they affected by it at all?
Oh yes. The students will, and that is why that whole drive to raise the funds and get more donors didn't stop during the pandemic. In fact, it increased. And I have to say, you know, that the awesome population that we had reached out to help us feed a lot of our students. A lot of them we had to pivot online, so they didn't have the resources to allow them to do their online learning. And all these came into play over the last 2 years. Many students reached out for hampers, for devices, to help with basic necessities. So we then had to partner with a lot of agencies, including our Guild of Students, to pool resources and help give out aid to our students. Throughout the pandemic, the donors who provided financial resources for us continued to provide, and we were still able to give out bursaries and scholarship, including the UWIDEF as well. But the numbers definitely increased. And we know with the change in gate, and of course with what's happening with budget cuts and students being unable to support themselves and finance themselves, we expect a greater increase in the new semester of students needing help. And we know we want to help our students, so we'll go all out to get different avenues to build our resource base.
And that's one of the things I was wondering about as well, because being a student, it oftentimes helps that you're able to have different revenue streams, and you're able to do this on campus, you're able to do that, and just find your little things so that one cocoa can fill that basket. But with the pivoting that you all are talking about, Are there new methods that UWIDEF is using to go about its business? Are there things that you're saying, okay, yes, we want to keep that? What are some of the changes in operations that you've said, okay, well, these are positive and we want to go forward keeping on using them?
Well, definitely the UWI Fete. I mean, this is our signature. We started this whole all-inclusive concept, and this has been our signature over the last 30 odd years. And we have been able to give out thousands of bursaries to students over the years. So that for sure. We also engage in a UWI Golf Challenge, which we always do in September, Republic Day. And that has also been an event that allows us to gain funds and raise funds for scholarships and bursaries. But we recognize the increase for aid and the help. And because of that, we decided there has to be something else we could do throughout the year to help us increase that resource base. And that is when we came up with this whole idea of the garden party to help us supplement, because the fund alone gives out 200 bursaries every year, in addition to our other scholarships and bursaries that we get donations from and support from other corporate and private citizens as well in Trinidad and Tobago. But the fund alone gives out 200 bursaries and scholarships.
And with that in mind, just before we go to break, give us a little idea, Dr. Charles, of date, time, and constant info, contact info. And I say constant info because I know sometimes you have things going out to whet people's appetite and for them to say, okay, well, yes, it's getting closer. I need to get my ticket. So what are some of those things?
Yeah. You have to get your ticket because it's a party. It's not a fete. It's actually a party, a garden party. You come fancy dressed with your fascinators and your hats, and you enjoy the evening. It's a Sunday evening, and you enjoy the evening, and you know that you are partying for a cause. You buy a ticket for an all-inclusive party, and you know 100% of the proceeds will go to help needy students, and that's this I guarantee you. And it's on July 24th. It's a Sunday afternoon into evening. And it's an all-inclusive party. So you should come and dress nicely, put on your hats and fascinators, enjoy some good music, good company, good performances, and come and ensure that our young people continue to develop and get educated by you having a good time in our lovely garden party on the grounds of the office of the campus principal.
Definitely sounds like a win-win. We continue the conversation with Dr. Deirdre Charles when we return from this short break. Stay with us. We come back with more. Welcome back. We are going in-depth on Fete Champêtre. The garden party is hosted by the UWIDEF, Youth Development and Endowment Fund, and we're speaking with Director Dr. Deirdre Charles. Now, the fact that the proceeds are going to the students' bursaries, well needed. And I just want to give that context or that caveat before I ask about the price of the tickets and where people can get those tickets. So they go out in droves to get them.
Okay, so of course, like we said, all go to I want to just give a little example of how far those bursaries have extended. We have given a family of 3 so far, over the 4,000 plus bursaries we have handed out to students. And it started with the eldest of the students coming in. Parents the mother had passed and left 4 siblings behind. And we had the student coming in to do engineering. And that bursary supported the student. The student's sister came to us later on to do food and agriculture. And that student also got a bursary and graduated. The first one, first class honors. The second one, second class honors. And the third girl came in to do law. And she also graduated with honors. And all these students were recipients of scholarships as well from those proceeds. So go out and get those tickets. They're only $750. They will go a long way in helping students get their books, transport themselves on campus, and allow them to engage and be part of this whole tertiary education environment. Now, tickets, you could get tickets right here at UWI in the Office of the Division of Student Services and Development. Most of you know that. Those of you who come to the UWI Fete, it's the exact place. You get your UWI Fete tickets, the tickets there. You have from committee members, those of you who know the UWIDEF committee members. It's also at Sate's gas station in Marabella. We also have it at the Republic Bank outlets, at the UE branch, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Grand Bazaar, and Long Circular Mall. We're also going to be placing tickets in the Maraval area at Prestige Awards Limited in Maraval. So you could, anywhere in the country you are, you could get access to your tickets. Go for your tickets, they are going quickly. People are excited by the idea of a lovely garden party, and more so excited at the idea of supporting young people realize their dream.
But it is not a fete, Dr. Charles, but a little bird told me that there may be some early bird tickets. Is that true? Is that something to bank on?
Well, early bird tickets in the sense that the earlier you come for it, the better. But it's not that the tickets will be any... DJ is not going to be any less than the $750. They all cost $750. We urge you to come for it as quickly as possible because they are going, and it's going to be a lovely party and a lovely way to spend your Sunday evening. Trust me, you will not regret it. You will not regret it.
And I think people are actually looking for opportunities to come out a little bit to make sure that, wait, now, the shoe's still good, it didn't dry rot. But in terms of those people who are getting tickets already, what are they saying about the opportunity for coming a bit closer together?
Oh yeah, they're enjoying it. They're looking forward for it. They're like, oh yes, we love the atmosphere that is the grounds of the campus principal. We look forward to that. And we could dress up, and we could dress up with a hat or a fascinator. Why not? So it's double whammy and triple whammy, because apart from all of that, wow, we're going to be helping a young person. So people are excited about it. They are happy to hear that the UE is back out. It's back on with a new concept, with a new garden party. So people are really, really excited and looking forward to coming.
And I'm not sure whether or not you told me about ticket locations in the Southland. You know, a little biased because South is love, Dr. Charles. And so I think in Marabella and possibly yes, Gulf City as well.
Marabella, at Sate's gas station, Marabella for sure. You could get it there for sure, and Gulf City Mall.
Nice.
The Republic Bank at Gulf City Mall. The Republic Bank, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Grand Bazaar, Long Circular, UE branch. You could get the tickets there. And you could also come to UE and get them there as well.
Speak to the person who is feeling so moved by the work that UWIDEF is doing, and they're saying, I have a little more, I'll have a little extra at this point in time. How can I engage you, regardless of whether or not I'm buying my ticket? But how can I help the work of the Development and Endowment Fund? How do they do that, Dr. Charles?
Or the same way, you contact us via the Division of Student Services and Development on all our websites, because I'm part of the fund as well. I'm not only the Director of Student Services, I'm also part of the fund. And we will engage you because you can make donations of any sort to a student. There's also another program that is part of the UE that the fund also contributes to. It's called Adopt a Student. And you could go for a contribution from $5 to $5,000. It doesn't matter. And staff on the campus contribute to that fund, and students get a monthly stipend from that based on their circumstances to help with food and travel. So there are numerous ways you can actually support and assist and help our young persons and you know, meet their dream. And of course, just engage through this division, and I'm part of the fund, and it's all helping our students realize their dream and their goals, of course.
And I really like the concrete example you gave us of the work of the fund and how it helped that family having those 3 siblings come in. Speak to that person, Dr. Charles, who said, $5, what my $5 could do. Give them those concrete examples for me, please.
Okay, let me give you that same student, the very first one, the student came up to you while doing CAPE. The teacher brought the student and said, listen, her mother has passed. This child is so intelligent, but we don't know how she's going to get to come to you. At that point, many years ago, I made a promise, tell her apply. As long as she gets the grades, apply. True to form, she applied, she got into the Faculty of Engineering. We got housing for her, and that $5, coupled with a few other people, $5, was able to give her a stipend to get food at the end of the month and to come across and do her photocopying on the campus. And 3 years later, she graduated with a first-class honors in engineering, right? So the every little helps because it goes in a pool and it allows us to assist students in varying circumstances. Remember, the students, some students have children, some students have no place to live, some students would like to live on one of the halls of residence. So that a little could go a very long way. So don't hesitate. Buy your ticket, come to the Fete, otherwise make a contribution and help us make Trinidad and Tobago, the region, and of course the world at large, a much better place for us to contribute as a Caribbean people by helping us educate our students at the UWI. We're not just a West Indian tradition, you know. We're more than that. You know, it is part of what we do. We are proud of the institution, and we want to continue ensuring that we engage our young people and allow them to add to the whole machinery of human resources to the region and the world, and continue impacting various sectors as we do now.
And in terms of that impacting, you're speaking to me, and my pause raising a little bit, and I'm just looking and validating, underlining the importance of having educators advocate for their students as well, because you're saying it's not as though this person came. This person's teacher brought them and laid the case before you.
Correct. And and we need those resources to say to that, how could have I looked at that child and say, well, if you don't have money, we have no gate, you cannot come. No, we say to her, you do what you have to do and we will make it happen. And we did. We did through the fetes, through the donations from sponsors. We did. And she stuck to her end of the bargain. She studied, and now she's contributing to the whole national development of Trinidad and Tobago. And these are the things we need to look at. And there are tons of stories like these, tons of success stories like these, and the way we impact the lives of students. Because remember, a university education is not only tuition fees. There's so many other associated fees. And if the students do not have those fees, they then can come. If they cannot eat, if they cannot travel to their classes, then they can't come. So they need the support to get the learning material, to get involved in other aspects of university life, co-curricular, because remember again, it's not only about the qualification. They come to us to develop holistically. So even the different events we have, whether it's UWI Fete or Fete Champêtre, the students are part of it. They work, they realize what goes into making various events come alive in order to get funds to support them. So it's also developmental for the students as well. So we urge your support. We ask you to continue supporting this cause and help us make it better for our students who are trying to make their dreams come true.
Fete Champêtre, the garden party. It will be held on Sunday, July 24 from 2 to 7 at the grounds of the Office of the Campus Principal. We want to thank you very much, Dr. Deirdre Charles, Director, Division of Student Services and Development at the UWI, a light that is shining or rising out of the west. And on behalf of the entire TTT News team, I'm Dike Rostant. This has been In Depth. Thank you for joining us.